Who is it?
Oh, it's really hot today.
I'm good.
I'm here to interview Magna.
Yeah, sure. What are we interviewing?
I'm just going to interview you about your case with us and your food stamps, see how they help your life, and if you think they should be continued. Like I said, I'm from DHS in Muskogee. Here's a folder that outlines our agency and tells you about the benefits that we give people and the ones you can receive. You always SNAP with this food stamp. We also have TANF. And some services that are new is adult protective services and child support services. So if you know anyone that needs to get on child support, then they can come to us instead of having to go through the long process of the paperwork.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm going to ask you general information about yourself so I can get a background of you. And Antoine will give you a background of me. Okay, so you're 32 years old? Okay, and where are you employed at?
TCIM. It's a call center. I get paid about $7.50 an hour.
Okay, and that's located in Tulsa? Okay. Okay, so do you like working there, or do you have other options or goals that you would like?
Well, I have other goals, but with me having 4 kids and one on the way, it's just
understandable.
So, you know, I want to go to school and do my years, but I have to wait till my 4-year-old is at least 6, 7, or 8, old enough to where they all can be here at one time by themselves. And
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you get to follow your education. Okay, so you said you have 4 and 1 on the way, so you have 5 in your household currently right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so with us to receive benefits, which you know this information, but I have to tell you, you have to be under $2,300. So you'll know that. But with that being said, I'm going to ask you some questions about your income. So from the call center, you get paid monthly, bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Okay, and how much is that about?
$328 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so is there any other income? Do you get anything from us or?
Well, I get 75% for disability.
Okay, and how much is?
It's $673. But because I got 20 hours, like a restriction.
Oh yeah, on the call center. Okay. Okay, so when you have all your budgets come in and you add it up, it's roughly around like $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000 more.
Okay. Okay, so what is your rent here at Austin Heights?
Yeah. $530.
Okay,
and
so
you know I have to pay electric. Well, that's the only thing I gotta pay. And that's $82.
Okay, you don't pay water; they pay it. Right? Okay.
They pay, yeah.
So after you get done paying your bills and doing everything you need to do, how much do you usually have left for monthly expenses and necessities like toiletries and all that?
$389.
Okay.
And that's without food.
That's school supplies and everything.
Yeah, clothes.
Okay. Well, I can understand if that makes you frustrated because it would make me. So the food income at Department of Human Services, that agency I'm representing, you're fine, is $771. So if we add this up, you won't be able to buy food. I'm not trying to sound mean, but we have some services that we can help you with that. We have light heat, which is your electric bill. So like in the summertime, you know, air conditioning run and everyone, you know, passing out from heat strokes. We can help you pay if you're low income, which you're, and we do it every year. We do it yearly, just around August. And then we also have TANF, which I told you about when I, first began the interview. And it's just some money extra. It comes on your food stamp card, and it's just some extra money for your kids and school supplies and all that. So if you want to apply for those, there's a food stamp packet in there, and you can look through it, and you can mark the ones you don't receive, and I'm sure you will qualify. Okay. So with that being said, now I know your general information. My general information, I live in Muskogee. I'm a psychiatrist. And that's really all I do is I go to schools mainly and talk to kids and stuff. But I'm in a foster home, and it's really all I do. I graduated from John Brown University. So with all that being said, I saw food stamps in society. I do not receive them, but to get a bit of input on them, how do you see them in society? Like, why do you think they need it? And how do they help you?
I think everybody needs food. Without food stamps, people will be hungry.
Okay.
There's not enough money for people to provide food. Milk is $5.
Yeah, that's $1 gallon. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
So, do you think, how many people in your family, I know it's personal, but how many people do you usually see? Like in the grocery stores on the 4th, is it packed, or how late do you go?
Yeah, right at 12 o'clock when the food stamps hit.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart packed, long lines, late at night. Late at night is the best time to shop, but it do be packed. But, my family, everybody in my family not on food stamps, but I've seen people with food stamps abuse their, authority with food stamps. Some people don't go grocery shopping with their food stamps.
Okay. So have you ever saw people try to buy meal or cigarettes or anything like that with them?
No, I've heard about it, but I've never seen nobody literally in person see somebody buying some cigarettes or some food stamps. That'd be funny. But no, I've never seen that.
No.
But I have seen people sell their food stamps
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Food stamp fraud, that's a big thing nowadays.
Yeah, it is. But without them.
Yeah, and also the jobs. I think that would play a factor. Do you think jobs in society play a factor? How it's only 25, and since we have a lot of young kids that don't have careers, or even adult or older kids.
Yeah, I mean,
that don't have careers.
Yeah, it's they don't have careers, so they're gonna get a fast food job, getting paid $7.25. What if they have a baby? Teenage pregnancy is what's popular nowadays during this generation. So sex is the big thing with no condoms. I'm sorry, but it's a big thing with no condoms. So it's just a lot of babies, young girls having 3 kids, 2 kids. So it's like, food stamps are needed because they're young. They not going to finish. I mean, not saying that they're not going to finish school, but it's a possibility that they're going to stop going to school like I did, and to take care of their kids and just work. And
without those benefits they want.
Without those benefits, what are they? Kids are going to be hungry.
Yes. So how do you think we can prevent, food stamp fraud, people selling food stamps, but also not only that, but how to prevent people from getting on food stamps? So raise minimum wage, or what's your input on that?
I would say, in order for y'all to catch the abusers of food stamps, get a restriction on the card, or give your ID when you using food stamps.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
How you would do credit cards.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Identification, get your name on the card. Name on the card. Like, how a credit card would be? That don't make it my credit card. Anybody can have a food stamp card. You give it to them, they go swipe it, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you came up with that. I'm gonna write that down and tell that to the people I work with. So, if you had to rate our agency, the things that you know about it, all that stuff, from 1 to 10, what do you think it would on importance?
How important it is? A 10.
Okay, well that's what I thought it would be. So we have the recent study we're doing right now is college kids. So do you think college kids should receive benefits? Because with us, you have to have 20 hours of work before you get benefits. I see that you had a little bit of education, so I want to ask you, when you was in school, do you think you needed food stamps? Did you see other people that could have used food stamps but couldn't get them because they didn't have 20 hours?
When I was going to school, I didn't have food in my refrigerator or in my cabinet because I
was that way too.
I'm trying to put it together. I just didn't have the money. I had money, but not for food.
Yeah, because
that's expensive.
Yeah, because your books.
Yeah, so it's like I need my money.
And then also a time would be if I thought about it, I sat back and thought about it, but time is a big issue too. Like how many hours did you take, and how your daily schedule, how many times did you have to go to work, or did you
I took like 16 hours. Yeah, so and then some college students that don't have their parents, to fall back on it, to send them food and money and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, I would think paying all that money to go to school, we would get some. I mean, well, college students would get some food stamps. But
yeah. So the 20-hour restriction. I'm gonna write this down, so I just want to make sure in your words it'll be okay to pass on. You would say college students need food stamps because some don't have time, so time is a big issue. And what about night classes and morning classes?
They don't have time or support.
Yeah, and a lot of support from their family. Okay. So that sounds really good. I'm trying to think of other things to ask you about this, but you have summed it up really nicely.
Thank you.
So I have really enjoyed my time with you. And if you need any of our services, if you need any help about anything to do with your babies. Oh, what about Sunocare? I needed to ask you about that.
Yeah, insurance. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
We could get it, but we have Medicaid, but we can,
Okay, so and that lasts till you're 18?
Yeah. Or 21.
Okay.
I have to get out my papers.
Well, the reason why I asked is because another thing I thought of asking you, which I'm going to ask you because you could help me on this, but okay, so Sunocare. Do you think it should stop at 18 when, you're moved out of the house and you go to college? Do you think it should continue until you're in college? Like, how far at the age do you think?
I think insurance, period, should be everybody. Everybody should have insurance. But with Sunocare, I think till you're 21. That's a reasonable, Like, who gonna get free insurance? Come on now.
Yeah.
So, 21, because that's when you good and grown. 18, you're not really good
and grown. You just got put out the option.
So 21 is the age limit that I think will be appropriate for when they take your Sunocare away.
Okay, well, I'm going to note that. Okay, well, it's about that time. But before I go, I would like, is any of your kids here, or did they come home from school yet, or anything like that?
My 16-year-old, Heaven!
Is she your only child, or do you have more in the ages?
I have a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and her 16. Heaven!
Hello, Heaven.
Hello.
I just wanted to meet you. I talked with your mom a little bit, and I just wanted to ask you some questions, just a couple. About food stamps and how they benefit people. You going to college soon. Do you think they would benefit you in the dorms?
Yeah. If only I knew how college students live.
Well, I'll tell you now.
Cause my mama told me about it back in the days.
When I was living there, it was hard.
And that's just unbelievable. No bread in the cabinets, no seasoning. That's the true definition of two things that don't mix.
Mm-hmm.
You got peanut butter and jelly and no bread.
Okay. So, and what about Sunocare? Do you think it should cut off when you're 18, when you first go into school, or do you think it should continue?
No. You going to school, that like you just dying doing nothing.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know. I'm gonna put this down, and I hope that y'all have a good day. And it was nice talking with you. I really enjoyed
thank you for coming by.
And Heaven, it was nice to speak to you too, hon. Okay, so it was nice to meet you. Thank you. You have a blessed day, Miss Moore.